When educating our youth on addiction, don't forget to discuss the most important part. Don't forget to tell them the good parts of substance use. My name's Abbey, and I beat a heroin and opiate addiction 6.5 years ago. I'm almost 30. I have a daughter who is almost 10. And what I am most passionate about in this life is educating our youth on addiction. Aside from a general lack of education, there's a lack of education within the most important part. Hear me out, right? School football player tears his ACL, goes to see a doctor. Doctor hands him a prescription of pain pills. That doctor doesn't say to him, here you go, just be careful, because taking one of these pills could cure every bit of insecurity, every bit of self-doubt, negative talk you've ever had, and just one of these pills could be your solution to something you've been dealing with your entire life. When my doctor prescribed me benzos at 19 years old for postpartum depression, he didn't say, here you go, just be careful, because that anxiety that you've literally been suffering with since your childhood will all go away just from one of these pills, a lifelong battle fixed in seconds. When that little girl gets handed pain medication for getting her wisdom teeth removed, her dentist, her doctor doesn't say, here you go, there's a pretty good chance this is going to numb all of the pain that you've been dealing with from your dad leaving when you were a child. Warning a society that medication can be addictive is not enough. Because a big part of addiction that many don't understand is that addiction provides you with a solution, okay? First and foremost, a specific medication may provide you with a solution, sometimes a solution to a problem that you have been looking for a solution for your entire life. And then addiction makes a promise to you that if you continue to swallow that pill or drink that drink, it will continue to provide you with that same solution. It's a trap. The trap, that initial trap of addiction, the good that you feel, the pain that it numbs, that drink that you take that allows you to go up to people and socialize and ask that girl for her number, that is the most important part. Otherwise, you're met with kids like me who grew up fortunate enough to have what they needed in cul-de-sacs in middle-class neighborhoods who see addicts and say, well, that could never be me. Well, that would never be me. Why would I ever try that drug? I know it's bad, so why would I try it? Well, what if it was given to you by a doctor? And what if it was after a trauma that you never thought you'd experience? And then after it provides you with that solution, you will spend, some people, the rest of their lives chasing it. But the kicker is, we don't ever feel the way we felt the first time we tried it, or maybe the second. Tolerance doesn't allow that. And that's where you hear the statement, chasing the dragon. You're chasing that very first high, that very first promise. People don't just lose their children for no reason. People don't just sell their grandmother's jewelry for no reason. They are desperately seeking that solution that they were promised from day one. And maybe, just maybe, if more people were warned and educated of that false promise, we would stop burying our loved ones. When you remove substance or alcohol from somebody who's struggling, you have removed what was once a solution. The problem still exists. Because if you remember, the reason we get hooked in the first place is because that pill or that drink is solving a problem, right? So when that temporary solution stops working and we take that substance away, we are still left with the problem, which is us. Here's the kicker. The same person who created the mess cannot also be the person who cleans it up. I finally got sober 6.5 years ago when I found community. If you're ever discussing addiction to anyone, please be sure to not leave out the most important part. And if you're a parent who's hesitant or scared to talk to your child about addiction, then please continue advocating at your local schools to have people like me speaking within them. There are 3 things that categorize something as a disease, right? That is fatal, that is progressive, and that is chronic. Addiction is all 3 of those things, and that is not an opinion. Addiction will disguise itself as a solution. So stay safe, stay educated, say no to drugs, and we will never stop screaming about this shit for the ones who lost their voices and for the ones who lost their battle.